The Killer Bees were one of, if not the greatest player trios in recent memory, having arguably the best receiver in the NFL, arguably the best running back in the NFL, and one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in that trio. However, they never managed to win a Super Bowl together. So today, with the power of Madden, we're gonna try to do exactly that, win them a Super Bowl, and see if we can officially cement this as one of the greatest trios ever. But just super quick before we get into that, we absolutely destroyed the light goal on the last video, and I thought that was crazy high at 1,000, but we're well past that within 24 hours, so maybe it wasn't high enough. So let's see if we can hit 1,500 likes on this video. If you like the video, we would easily be able to hit that. I would very much appreciate it, and if we can hit that, I'll do another one of these retro rebuild type videos. I have a very fun one in mind, so if we can hit 1,500 likes, I will do that. And massive thank you for 9,000 subscribers. We're well past that at this point. I'll have a special video cooked up for that soon. And if you want to be an OG of the channel while you still can be one, be sure to subscribe. We are very close to 10K. The goal was by the end of the summer. We're on pace to hit it well before then. So thank you all so much for that. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry for plugging so much, but it's fun to see the channel grow, you know what I mean? But let me know down below what either fun, different type of rebuild you would want me to do, or what retro rebuild you would want me to do, so let me know what you would want to see. But I'll shut up about that now, and let's get to talking about this team. Obviously, I already talked about the main trio of players here. Unfortunately now, Antonio Brown is known for being crazy. Le'Veon Bell is known for forcing his way out of here and going to the Jets and not doing very well and getting less money than he could have if he just stayed here. And Ben Roethlisberger is kind of known for doing some not great things off the field. So maybe a Super Bowl would make people forget about that. We'll see. But this is a good team outside of them. I mean, the offensive line is really good here. Heath Miller's still here. He's old though. Martavis Bryant, maybe we can keep him on the field. Marcus Wheaton is We have old ass D'Angelo Williams, old Michael Vick. That's kind of fun. And then on defense, I would say maybe the most interesting player here is Ryan Shazier. Going back to these old rosters, I realized how many linebackers there are that were very good, but got their career cut short. But that's not going to happen here. We don't have injuries. I gave him superstar dev for obvious reasons. He was like a top linebacker in the NFL for a year and then got seriously hurt. But no injuries here. Also, we still have Lawrence Timmons, James Harrison. We have rookie Bud Dupree, Arthur Moats. The corner room isn't amazing. William Gay. I get him mixed up with the current Chiefs linebacker, William Gay. Brandon Boykin. It's not a great corner room. We have Cam Hayward. I think rookie Stephon Tuitt. He was another somewhat early retiree, so maybe we can really turn him into a good player. Not a great overall yet, though. The safeties we're definitely going to need some work with. I'm surprised Mike Mitchell isn't higher, but Either way, though, I'm very excited to get into this rebuild. I don't do the Steelers much, so this is kind of special. Obviously, I've never had a rebuild with, like, any of these players on the channel ever. Maybe a few, but not many. So with that, I really do hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and let's get to the mid-season point of year number 1, and let's get into the rebuild. But here at the mid-season point of year 1, we are 4-3. Not doing too bad at all. I was worried this is going to be a team where we just, don't do very well, at least to start out, but we are doing pretty nice. Our defense is only a 77 overall, which is a little surprising. I mean, some of the ratings got a little messed up here just because, I think these were transported from, Madden 16 or something. Also, Shamarko Thomas got a breakout and got star dev. We'll take that. I tried to fix some of the ratings. I didn't quite get to all of them yet, though, but for the most part, and it's not like anything is, egregiously off or anything. So, we're doing okay. It'll be okay. But for re-signings here, maybe we won't be okay. Well, no, we're doing all right. David DeCastro is the major one, apparently. We will offer him 4 years. Let's up it to 5 years, 68 mil. And he wants a better salary. All right, we can do that. Kelvin Beachum, I can offer him 4 years, 44.5 mil to be our left tackle. Okay, he takes it. Thank you. Ramon Foster, he was a really good guard, but he is 29 here, and we're going to have to pay all of our offensive linemen. He's probably going to regress pretty soon, so if we have to replace one, it would probably be him. Brandon Boykin, I'm surprised he's this this high of an overall, to be honest, but we'll offer him 4 years, 36.5 mil. He does take it. William Gay is 30. He's gonna regress like crazy. Steve McClendon isn't too expensive. 1 year, 8.5 mil. Okay, and he doesn't take it. I guess we won't re-sign him then. Go fuck yourself. And Chris Hubbard, I guess we can re-sign just to be like a band-aid option at left guard. He does re-sign. So more re-signings than I expected there to be, but we survived at least so far. Oh yeah, also I gave Roosevelt Nix superstar dev just because he ended up eventually becoming a pretty damn good fullback, and it's a fullback, so who cares if I gave them superstar dev? Maybe unfairly. But with that, let's get to the end of year number 1, and let's see how this team can finish. Okay, well, at the end of year 1, we finished 12-4. Definitely better than we were doing at the midseason. We only lost one more game throughout the year. Let's check out some of the season stats. So Big Ben, not that many yards by his standards, but 37 touchdowns. I think that's more than he ever had in a year. Only 5 picks. Very good year from him. Le'Veon Bell with almost 1,500 yards, 5.7 per carry, 13 touchdowns. AB only barely 1,000 receiving yards, but apparently we just weren't that pass heavy for some reason. 12 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant was fine. Heath Miller was fine. Yeah, we just weren't very pass heavy. I thought we would be though. Blocking, the tackle duo was really bad. Honestly, the line in general wasn't that good. Ryan Shazier led the team in tackles with 126 tackles for loss, 12 for Tua and Hayward, 10 for Shazier, and then sacks, 10.5 for Harrison, 10 for Dupree, but not much outside of that. Lawrence Timmons got sick, but only 3 for Cam Hayward. Not great. Interceptions though, William Gay with 3, 2 for Ross Cockrell, and then 1 for a few players. I also like that this team has a corner with the last name Gay and then a corner with the last name Cockrell. I'm very, very mature, by the way. MVP goes to Matt Ryan. I was going to say that's realistic, but I think this was the year before he won MVP. I think he won it in 16. This is 2015, but close enough. Tyrod Taylor at number 2, Tom Brady up there, Marcus Mariota. This is an interesting list, we'll say that. Sam Bradford. Oh, God. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Alex Smith. Okay. Jamal Charles also up there, but Ben Roethlisberger at number 6. Le'Veon Bell at 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Derek Johnson. The Chiefs were very good, but no Steelers up here, surprisingly. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Marcus Mariota, so he was up there for MVP in his rookie year. I forgot it was his rookie year. Ben Koyak up here. What the fuck? Jesse James is up there at number 6. I don't know how he got on the field. Carlos Williams. Dude, he was so good for like 1 year and then got suspended and never played again. But that 1 year, he was really good. Kevin Johnson, the Texans corner, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. These are some weird awards. Bud Dupree up there at number 3. We'll take it, I guess. No other Steelers, so this was weird. But of course, we are going to be in the playoffs. We will be taking on the 8-8 Houston Texans. We're not going to jump into games and watch them simulate. Not yet, at least. We might never do that in this rebuild. We might for like year 3, but we'll see. But with that, let's see if we can not get upset here, but I bet we will. Okay, no, we do smoke the Texans 31-10. That's valid. We have some upgrades here. Cam Hayward, Marcus Gilbert. This thing has a stupid glitch where you can't scroll through your upgrades, but whatever. We got a weekly award apparently. Now Cam Hayward is coming on. 5 tackles, 2 sacks. We'll take it. Peyton Manning and Tony Romo up there. Those are a couple throwback. And Jonathan Casillas for the for the Giants. But what are the Patriots overall? What's their overall here? I bet they have a pretty good roster. I mean, this was like a Super Bowl year for them, I think. Yeah, they have an 89 overall team. So if we lose this, that's absolutely valid. I won't complain at all. And we do lose, but that's valid. 39, which is a weird score. That's a really uncommon score to put up. 39? How the hell do you do that? Is that just like a shitload of field goals and like a few touchdowns? I don't know. Either way, we're out of the playoffs, but we haven't even done anything to the team yet, so it's fine. So with that, let's get into the offseason and let's work to improve this team. Yo, wait, this was the year that Super Bowl happened, was it not? Or no, this is the year after. So that's arguably more fun. My Seattle Seahawks get revenge on the Patriots 28-20, winning the Super Bowl with a very similar score to the Super Bowl the year before. That's weird. But as a Seahawks fan, I'm happy to see it, even if it's not real. Would have been even sweeter if they could have won, back to back and not fucked up the one in real life, but it is what it is. But for re-signings, we of course still have some important important ones, David DeCastro. Just wanted a better salary, that's fine. 5 years, 69 mil, nice. And he does take it. Perfect. Beautiful, even. But everyone else, I mean, it's just a lot of backups here pretty much. Jordan Berry, I guess we can re-sign, just so we don't have to worry about a punter. He re-signs. And yeah, Ramon Foster and William Gay, they're replaceable for sure. They're older, even though Ramon Foster was really good in real life. Same with William Gay in his prime. Pretty good at least. So we'll have a little money to work with in free agency, and let's see what we can do. Oh, Luke Kuechly's here and doesn't have an offer. Why is he here? Did he need a contract in like 2015 or whatever? Okay, it looks like he actually did. I was gonna say maybe he shouldn't be here, but 2015 is when he signed a new contract with the Panthers. Maybe something went wrong there in this world. We don't really need a linebacker, but if we can get like a top 2 linebacker in the NFL, maybe the best, we might as well. Because Lawrence Timmons is good, but he's 30. So pairing Luke Kuechly and Ryan Shazier with Lawrence Timmons as well would be absurd. Ruben Randall, oh god. He was decent for like a year, but I don't know how interested I am in him. Sean Smith, we do low-key need a number 1 corner. 84 even seems a little low for him. I mean, he was pretty good around this time. I think this year he got a big contract from the Raiders? Okay, yeah, I'm surprised I'm able to remember this shit so well, because I was like 12, but I do. Also, I didn't know he started with the Dolphins. For some reason, I thought it was the Chargers, and then went to the Chiefs, obviously, and then the Raiders. But we will offer him a contract. We're probably gonna up it. The one thing I will give the new games is when you have the lead, at least a majority of the time you do get the player. It feels like a lot of the time, if you have the lead, it almost feels like a bad thing. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but it feels like it doesn't change much even if you get the lead for a player. But those are the only players we're gonna go for in free agency. It's gonna be Luke Kuechly, Michael Brockers, who I don't even know if I actually showed yet. But yeah, I went for him in the last rebuild, didn't get him, so we're gonna try to get him here. And then Sean Smith, like I showed. So we're gonna try and definitely help this defense out. I don't expect to get all 3 by any means, but hopefully we can get at least 2. I almost tried to do the click the little stick thing. That sounds gay, but I forgot you have to simulate the week. So let's do that. Oh god, okay. We get Luke Kuechly at least, but no Sean Smith and no Michael Brockers. But at least we get maybe the best linebacker in the NFL at the time. We'll take it, but we're gonna have our work cut out for us in the draft. That's for sure. But speaking of the draft, here we are, and we have the 26th overall pick. The Browns pick at number 1, which, hold on, this top 5 is actually really good. In real life, the Titans originally had the number 1 pick in the 2016 draft. They're at number 4 here. The Browns originally had the number 2 overall pick. They're at number 1 here. The Chargers originally had and took the number 3 overall pick. They have the 3rd overall pick here. Can we go back to how this simulation worked? It actually ended up pretty realistic. Even the Super Bowl did. I mean, it was just the 2 Super Bowl teams from the previous year. What happened to simulation in the recent games? But either way, let's simulate to number 26. Emmanuel Ogbah goes 1 pick before us. What do we want to do here? Really? Jared Goff and Carson Wentz are still available? Weird. Chris Jones is here, but I get him a decent amount and he doesn't have the right face. He has a different Chris Jones's face, so that kind of bothers me, so we're not going to take him. Probably our biggest needs right now are corner, defensive tackle, and safety, at least for defense, and then offense, maybe like a 3rd receiver, tight end, and guard. Hunter Henry's available. Yeah, I guess let's go with Hunter Henry, obviously picked by the Chargers in real life, was really good to start off, but then injuries kind of held him back a little bit, but we're going to try and help him from that here, and hopefully he can become a superstar tight end for us. Let's take him. 73 overall, number 14 in the class, took him at 26. Hidden dev, we'll take it. Oh yeah, and how I do these is I just pretty much take whoever without, you know, cheesing it too much with the first 3 picks, and then I simulate the rest out, just so, you know, I don't go all the way down the draft board with good players. In the 2nd round, Justin Simmons is still available. I think he might have to be the pick here. Apparently out of Abilene Christian, it kind of glitched some of the colleges for some reason, but not all of them. But free safety is arguably our biggest need right now, so let's go with Justin Simmons. 72 overall, ranked 20 in the class, took him at 58. Looks interesting there. We'll take it. And then with the last pick, I'm gonna take, let's go with someone who actually became a Steeler in real life in Mike Hilton. We need a slot corner, so this is perfect. 70 overall hidden dev, borderline first round pick. We will again take it. I promise you, I did not make that pick. The CPU took Tyreek Hill. Wearing number 88, that's kind of cursed. We'll give him number 12. That's probably retired for the Steelers, but who cares? The CPU also drafted, holy shit, Corey Littleton, Romeo Okwara, and the greatest player to ever live, Sean Oakman. This just looks like I drafted it. What the hell? We will definitely take it, but it looks like I cheated. But either way, that is a monstrous draft class. We'll have to move these two players around because we are a 3-4, and Sean Oakman too. But let's see what some of the top picks were. The number 1 overall pick was Joey Bosa to the Browns. I'm really surprised they didn't go Wentz or Goff or someone, but Joey Bosa is obviously very good too. Jalen Ramsey was the 2nd pick to the Buccaneers. Ronnie Stanley to the Chargers. DeForest Buckner to the Titans. Jack Conklin to the Commanders. Eli Apple to the Raiders. Teams usually do pass up players here if they're like just not good, but for some reason Eli Apple and Vernon Hargreaves don't get skipped. I don't know why. Laramie Tunsil went to the Dolphins here. That's a realistic pick. William Jackson to the Bengals. Artie Burns eventually played for the Bears. Definitely an interesting first round, we'll say that. Chris Jones to the Jags. Michael Thomas to the Raiders. Derrick Henry to the Bills. And Zeke falls all the way down to the 2nd round to the 49ers. Weird. But that was a really fun draft. I always love doing the drafts in these, but with that, let's get into year 2. And this season could be really good for us. We'll see though. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 2 of the rebuild. We're looking very good, obviously, from the draft. It was definitely a little extreme for sure, but I guess that wasn't necessarily my fault. You know, Tyreek Hill and Hunter Henry added on offense is kind of crazy. We'll take it though. But we have AB up to a 99 now. Le'Veon Bell's getting close. Ben's never going to hit that because he is older, but is at least a very good overall still. And then the defense added Mike Hilton, Justin Simmons, signed Luke Kuechly. I mean, our defense is also looking good. I don't know how it's only a 79. I mean, I guess I do because our safeties aren't the greatest overall. Our corners aren't either. A couple of our D linemen aren't, but they should be pretty soon. So with that, let's get to the mid-season point of year 2, and hopefully we don't absolutely suck, but we'll see. Okay, so at the mid-season point of year 2, we are 6-1. We did lose the first game of the year to, I think, the Patriots or someone. No, it was the Ravens. Where the hell did I get the Patriots? I don't know. Either way, we've won every game since, putting up at least 31 points. We haven't scored less than 31 points this year, even in our loss. So the offense here is crazy. However, we do have at least one big re-signing, and that's going to be Le'Veon Bell. We can lock him up for like 6 years, hopefully. 6 years, 74.7 mil. The contract that he should have signed in real life. I guess this is probably less money than he got offered, apparently. I don't remember what it was, but let's see if we can re-sign him, and we do. But everyone else here, I mean, Lawrence Timmons is older. We have Ryan Shazier. James Harrison is very old, 38. Shamarko Thomas is solid. He's still a starter. 5 years, 33 mil. He re-signs. Marcus Wheaton's a backup now. Heath Miller's old and a backup now. Vince Williams isn't too expensive at all. Eventually became a good player for the Steelers for like a year and then just didn't get signed again for some reason. But yeah, mostly everybody else here is a bunch of backups too, so we got everyone important back pretty much. And let's get to the end of year number 2. Okay, so actually super quick before I reveal how we did in year number 2, if you haven't already, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Again, 1,500 likes, and I'll do another one of these, and probably another special video once we get to 9,500 subscribers, or I'll just save it for 10K. We'll see, but thank you again for 9,000. I can't believe we're already almost at 10K after only like a little over a year. It's kind of ridiculous. Thank you all for that. But the team's looking very good, obviously. I didn't remember I gave Hunter Henry superstar dev, but we'll take it. I mean, any team had the opportunity to take him. I'm not going to lower the dev trade or anything, but I might. Well, no, he became a really good tight end. One of the best before injury, so I think the superstar is fair. Obviously, Tyreek has X factor. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Arguably the best receiver in the NFL. Simmons has superstar. I feel like that's fairly obvious. And then Mike Hilton has stars. So obviously a shitload of upgrades here. We'll have to spend those in a second, but in year number 2, 2, we finished 14-2, getting a first round bye and easily making the playoffs. I actually want to look at the playoffs this year. The Seahawks are the #1 seed in the NFC. The Texans and Browns made it over here. And over there, I'm trying to remember what teams would have been bad at the time. Maybe the Vikings. I can't remember for sure, though. I think the Rams were, too. This was like right before they became good. But definitely an interesting playoff bracket. Also, hold on. I couldn't remember this last time. I want to spend the coach XP. Okay, you do just go over here. I don't know which ones are good to go with, but I just used to always go training boost. And obviously a shitload of upgrades that I can't scroll through for some reason, so that's fun. But with that, actually, let's check out the stats first before I see who we're going to take on. Big Ben was very good. Again, not many passing yards, but we're not going to mess with the offensive playbook because we have done very well. 3,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 5 picks. Le'Veon Bell with over 1,600 yards, 6.1 per carry, 18 touchdowns. AB with just over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. It is a little lame to see these as the receiving numbers, but our offense has been amazing, so we're not going to mess with it. The blocking, again, wasn't like amazing considering we don't pass much, but I've seen much worse, so we'll take it. Luke Kuechly led the team in tackles with 123, Shazier with 103. Tackles for loss, Shazier with 12, 11 for Moats and Hayward, 10 for Dupree, and sack, 11 for Arthur Moats. He's become really good here. Cam Hayward with 10, 8.5 for Bud Dupree, and then like nothing outside of that. And then interceptions, 6 for Ryan Shazier. Really good year from him. 5 for Luke Kuechly. Our linebacker duo is absurd. 4 for Justin Simmons, 3 for Ross Cockrell of all players, and then 1 for Bud Dupree, who also had a really good year combined. Our defense really put up numbers this year, surprisingly. But let's check out some of the yearly awards. Are we going to see anything crazy for MVP? Well, kinda. It's Cam Newton. I think he won MVP in 2015. We've been a year behind both years because, well, no, we were a year ahead because Matt Ryan won MVP, and now I guess this is the MVP from the previous year in real life in Cam Newton. Interesting. Tyrod up there once again, Ryan Tannehill on the Dolphins, Blake Bortles the GOAT, Marshawn Lynch up there, that's interesting. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Tyrod Taylor, Le'Veon Bell at number 4, Brock Osweiler at number 5, ew. Geno Smith gets a starting opportunity here and does pretty well here. And Defensive Player of the Year goes to Luke Kuechly. Ryan Shazier at number 3. No other Steelers. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Carson Wentz on the Browns. Definitely a steal in the second round or wherever they got him. Tyreek Hill at number 2, even though he wasn't like amazing in terms of stats at least, but we'll take it. Hunter Henry at 6. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to another Brown. What a draft class for them. Joey Bosa wins it. Justin Simmons at 3. Mike Hilton at 8. So definitely a very good year from us, but let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. The 8-8 Buffalo Bills. What's their team overall? I do miss the thing where it would just show the overall. They have an 85, but we have a 90 overall team. So I hope we don't get upset here. There is a good possibility, but let's see if we can get a win. And we, of course, get upset because why wouldn't we? Well, on to year 3. God damn it, dude. At least we got a weekly award, 2 of them. Yay. Some things never change. The Seahawks win another Super Bowl, 35-21 over the Chiefs. We were the other 1 seed. I feel like we should have been in the Super Bowl, but apparently not. Le'Veon Bell gets an upgrade. We'll take it. He is up to a 99 now, and we still have some other re-signings left over. Lawrence Timmons is a backup now. James Harrison regressed all the way down to a 70. Regression was really extreme in this game. And yeah, everyone else here is just a bunch of backups. So hopefully we can do some good things in free agency. Oh, also, I want to mention this. If you haven't seen one of these before, the reason I go back to Madden 21 and don't just use like 23 or anything is because the faces in the draft classes get changed to a like scary default face. If you haven't seen the, I think it was the Browns one where it first happened, it's definitely interesting. We'll say that. In free agency, there are some decent players, but nobody too crazy. I do kind of want to get Haloti Ngata, but he might be tough to get because there are other teams interested interested. Okay, I think Haloti Ngata is the only player we're gonna go for. I mean, like, the top players, we don't need another running back. We don't need Giovanni Bernard. We don't really need Sebastian Vollmer. We definitely don't need Kiko Alonso. We don't need Eric Fisher. I mean, we could maybe use Eric Fisher and just move him to right tackle, I guess. But also, how is he an 88 overall? I don't know, but I honestly doubt we'll get Haloti Ngata, but let's see if we somehow can. Okay, we actually do, surprisingly. So you just need to go way over, like, the next best offer, and there might be a chance you get them. Maybe. Now that is a really good D-line. Goddamn. But with that, let's see what we can do in the 2017 NFL Draft. Okay, so here in the draft, the Bears have the #1 overall pick. Of course, the downside of being good, but not quite being Super Bowl good, is having terrible picks every year, so we don't pick until number 28. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, Christian McCaffrey's still available? Some weird players definitely fall in these drafts. I don't know why. But we do definitely still need a corner. That's like our last real need, though. Maybe a safety, but like maybe. And maybe a guard, but like Chris Hubbard hasn't been awful. And a second running back, I guess. But we do have Madden legend Dree Archer, so I don't know if we need one. The corners here definitely aren't amazing. We do have Chidobe Awuzie, Shaquille Griffin, Cam Sutton, if we want to go with a Steeler, Rasul Douglas. Nobody great in the UDFA section. I don't think I've taken Shaquille Griffin in one of these before, so let's take him here. 71 overall with hidden dev. We technically reached, but we reached by 4 spots, and he has a dev trait, so I'm very fine with that. We will take it. I feel like I've said that a million times in this rebuild. Mitch Trubisky's still here. I mean, he is currently a Steeler. Wait, is he still a Steeler? They didn't let him go or anything. I'm pretty sure he is. Also, Josh Dobbs, obviously a Steeler. Taysom Hill down here. Nick Mullins, PJ Walker, Swag Kelly down here. We got some goats down the board for the QB position. But I definitely do want a guard. We could go Jermaine Illuminor. I don't remember if I made him good here, but he was pretty good this year for the Raiders. Trey Hendrickson's here. Grover Stewart. We could also go Kareem Hunt if we really wanted to. James Conner's here. Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, Austin Eckler. There are a lot of pretty good players here. You know what? I do take him a decent amount, but we do need a second receiver. Second running back. Let's just go with Kareem Hunt. Sounds good to me. 72 overall with hidden dev. Again, for the millionth time, we'll take it. And then with the last pick, I do think the guard I want to take is Chase Roulier. We'll just move him over to left guard. I don't know if he's even eventually going to start, but to be fair, I don't know if anyone we would get with this pick would ever start. We could look for a safety, like we could go Eddie Jackson, we could go Desmond King, DeMonte Casey, I guess. Rudy Ford's solid. We could go with a safety, but like, let's just take Chase Roulier. I hope I made him good here. I don't remember if I did, but I think I would have, so let's take him. He's a 67. He's okay. At least he does have a hidden dev, though, so that's a pretty good pick. But with that, let's simulate the rest out, and hopefully the CPU does well, but hopefully they don't go as crazy as they did last year. We will find out, though. Okay, now this year, the CPU just did absolutely nothing. I wish they took somebody good. I mean, these players, for the most part, have stuck around in the NFL, but, like, they're not the best. But overall, our first 3 picks were definitely pretty good. Let's see what the rest of the NFL did. So the #1 overall pick, I did see it, was Myles Garrett. Leonard Fournette to the Raiders at #2. Corey Davis to the Colts at #3. Weird pick. Jamal Adams to the Titans. Solomon Thomas to the Chargers. Mike Williams to the Commanders, or football team at the time. Marshawn Lattimore to the Eagles. John Ross to the Falcons. Patrick Mahomes to the Patriots. Marlon Humphrey goes to the Ravens once again here. I want to see, where did Deshaun Watson? He went to the Giants. TJ Watt to the Rams. Definitely an interesting draft here, I will say that. Christian McCaffrey. Dude, the Bears got Myles Garrett and Christian McCaffrey. No thanks. I'm glad we're not in their division. Definitely some interesting stuff going on this year, though. But here's a look at the team heading into year #3 of the rebuild. Potentially the final year, depending on how we do. We're up to an 88 overall. Now, there are no promises that we can even win a Super Bowl here, because even now, the best team, like even in Madden 21, even though simulation does seem a little better here, it seems like the highest overall team rarely wins the Super Bowl. But we'll see what happens. We definitely still could. AB and Le'Veon Bell up to 99 overalls. Ben Roethlisberger still a 91. Obviously, we added Kareem Hunt and Chase Roulier. We are going to start him him just because he does go up to a 70 at guard, so we'll take that. And then here is the defense. Obviously, we added Shaquille Griffin, Haloti Ngata. We're looking really good. Corner is maybe still a problem for us because Griffin and Hilton still aren't a good overall, but they definitely could be by the end of the year. We'll see what happens. But with that, let's get to the midseason point of year 3 and let's see how the team's doing. But at the midseason point of year 3, we are 6-2, not doing too bad at all. Unfortunately, we already have as many losses as we had last year, but we're still doing well. For re-signings though, these might not matter depending, well, we might do one more year, we'll see, but these might not matter if we don't do another year. Antonio Brown, we, obviously want back. We'll offer him 5 years, 117 mil, and he wants more money. Okay, that definitely checks out. Ryan Shazier, we'll re-sign him too. That seems cheap, but we'll offer him a long one, 6 years, 56 mil, and it looks like he wants more salary, of course. Martavis Bryant, we'll offer him 4 years, almost 40 mil, and he takes it. Okay, cool. Arthur Moats has been really good. We'll offer him 2 years. Let's go 3 years, 15 mil. He takes it. Stephon Tuitt, there are a ton of contracts this year. We'll offer him like 5 years, 52 mil. He re-signs. And then everyone else, I mean, it's just backups throughout here, so we're chilling. Whoa, that was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen this game do. But with that, let's get to the end of year number 3, and hopefully we can finish very strong, but we'll see. Okay, at the end of year 3, we finished 12-4. Is this just a complete flashback to last year? Weren't the Patriots 8-8, and isn't that who we lost to in the wild card? I swear that was, but this might be like the best combined record I've ever had in a rebuild before. We went 12-4, 14-2, 12-4. Normally, even if you have a good team in like the newer games like Madden 23, you'll still have like a 8-9 season and miss the playoffs, just like in year 2 or something. But we did very well here all 3 years. Let's check out some of the season stats. Big Ben, his worst year so far for sure, but still good. 3,600 yards, which obviously again is very low. 32 touchdowns, 13 picks is a little high, but it is what it is. Le'Veon Bell with 1,700 yards, 6.3 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Even Kareem Hunt as a rookie had 12 touchdowns. Kinda wish all those went to Le'Veon, but it is what it is. No 1,000-yard receiver this year. With Antonio Brown and Tyreek Hill in the same receiving core, we don't get a 1,000-yard receiver, but it is what it is. And then blocking, once again, not very good. Holy shit, dude. Luke Kuechly, 107 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, and 4 picks. I don't know if he got enough tackles, but that should be Defensive Player of the Year. That definitely would be in real life, at least. Haloti Ngata led the team with 13 tackles for loss, though 10 for Dupree, 11 for Dupree, 10 for Tuitt. And then sacks, 11 for Bud Dupree. He's been a very good player here. 9.5 for Cam Hayward, 9 for Luke Kuechly, 8 for Haloti Ngata, 8 for Arthur Moats. Amazing pass rush here. And then interceptions, like I said, 4 for Kuechly, 3 for Shaquille Griffin as a rookie. He had a pretty solid rookie year. 2 for Bud Dupree of all players, Ryan Shazier, Shamarko Thomas, and Brandon Boykin, then 1 for Justin Simmons. But let's check out those yearly awards. MVP goes to Russell Wilson here, doing something he couldn't do in real life. Blake Bortles at number 2, old Phillip Rivers at 3. That's an interesting top 5. Okay. Jay Cutler up here too. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Blake Bortles, who's become very good here for some reason. Le'Veon at 4, Mahomes on the Patriots at number 8. Was this his rookie year? Yeah, this was the 17 class, so probably Offensive Rookie of the Year. JJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year. Who got TJ Watt? I can't remember. I don't know. I guess we'll check that when we get to Defensive Rookie of the Year, assuming he's up there, which should be. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Patrick Mahomes. Wayne Gallman at number 2. Okay. The actual Chiefs rookie running back at number 3 in Kareem Hunt, so we do have someone up there. Not that he's a rookie anymore and not on the Chiefs anymore, but you know what I'm trying to say. He got drafted by the Chiefs. Chris Godwin, dude, that rookie class for the Patriots. Chris Godwin, Patrick Mahomes, damn. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trey White. Shaquille Griffin at 2. Would have been cool if he won that, but it might not matter because this might be the end of the rebuild soon. Hold up, I do want to check. I can't remember. It is relevant to the rebuild. Where did TJ Watt go? The Rams, that's right. That's terrifying. But apparently wasn't good enough as a rookie to even crack the top 10 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, he didn't really play. Who the hell did the Rams have? Akeem Ayers? They really played Akeem Ayers over TJ Watt and Alec. Oh yeah, they're at 4-3 at the time. What the fuck did they do? But either way, we're once again gonna be taking on the Patriots in the wild card. We're even better and they're even worse now. now. We're a 91, they're an 84, so I can't wait to lose this game. It's going to be super fun. So with that, let's simulate this out, and let's see if we can... Well, no, I don't even want to say that, because last time I said, let's see if we can not get upset or something like that, but then we did get upset. I'll just say, let's see if we can get a win. Holy shit. We got destroyed by the Patriots 31-6. Okay. So unfortunately, despite having a monstrous team here, we could not get it done with the Steelers, but Super Bowls are really hard to get in Madden. I think you win a Super Bowl with this team. Absolutely. Let me see real quick out of spite where this overall ranks in the NFL. So the Seahawks have an 88. We're 3 overall better. The Packers also have an 88, and that is the next closest team, those two. So we are the best team in the NFL by 3 overall, and I think we got 1 playoff win? That is a certified EA moment. But I'm happy with how the team came out. But of course, that's going to be the end of today's rebuild. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, 1,500 likes for another one of these. Thank you for all the generic YouTuber term support lately. And again, be sure to subscribe to be an OG of the channel once we get to 10K. I'll have to see what I want to do, but I want to do something very special. So I'll shut up now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.